Hi everyone, my name is Citra Rahmania Hanifah and my student ID ends with 038. In this video, I will read a news what we know about Nepal anti-corruption protest as PM resigns. Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has resigned in the wake of public outrage over the killing of 22 people in police clashes with anti-corruption protesters. His office said he had stepped down to pave the way for a constitutional solution to the massive youth-led protests over widespread allegations of corruption and sparked by a social media ban, which has since been withdrawn. The protests turned violent as thousands, many identifying themselves as Gen Z on placards and banners, took to the streets of Kathmandu on Monday. Almost 200 people are believed to have been injured in clashes with police, who used tear gas, water cannons, and live bullets as protesters scaled the walls of the parliament and other official buildings. The protests continued on Thursday, with demonstrators setting fire to the parliament building, the headquarters of the Nepali Congress Party and the home of former Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Duba. The homes of several other politicians have also been vandalized. Here's what we know about the protests. What was the social media ban? Social media is a big part of Nepali life. Indeed, the country has one of South Asia's highest user rates per capita. The demonstrations were triggered by the government's decisions last week to ban 26 social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, for failing to meet a deadline to register with Nepal's Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. Critics accused the government of seeking to stifle an anti-corruption campaign with the ban, which was repealed on Monday night. While the ban was a catalyst for the current unrest, protesters are also channeling a more deep-rooted dissatisfaction with the country's authorities. What is happening across Nepal? The ensuing demonstrations turned violent in Kathmandu and some other cities in Nepal, with 19 protesters dying in clashes with police on Monday. Nepal's Minister for Communication, Prithvi Subba, told the BBC later that day that police had to use force, which included water cannons, batons, and firing rubber bullets. Some protesters managed to breach the perimeter of the parliament building in Kathmandu, prompting police to impose a curfew around key government buildings and tighten security. On Tuesday, protesters also set fire to parliament in the capital Kathmandu, sending thick black smoke billowing into the sky. Government buildings and the houses of political leaders were attacked around the country. At least 3 people were reported to have been killed on Tuesday, bringing the total death toll to at least 22 since the unrest began. Many of the injured have been taken to local hospitals where crowds have gathered. BBC Nepali spoke to doctors who said they had treated gunshot wounds and injuries from rubber bullets. Police have said several officers were also wounded, with casualty figures expected to increase.